Yo. Welcome to A Lot to Say podcast.
Yes, sir.
Man, can you believe we are at episode 7?
7, man. We are almost done with the first season here, bro.
Literally, and I'm excited to see where, it'll take us.
Yes, sir.
Man, but go ahead and, tell us about, how you been, man, because it's been a little minute since
we've been off for a little minute, man. I'm not gonna hold you, and for y'all, I apologize. We apologize. We had a few things that we had to button up, dress up here, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of like a lot of things that I'm working on, kind of behind the scenes. Don't want to speak on it too much, but hopefully, in the future we'll be able to, create videos and content from it, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is a period in time where waiting and patience is of the utmost. I'm telling you, bro. It's like every day, it's just kind of like you on edge. Like you're waiting for something, you're waiting for an answer, but you're not really kind of hearing too much.
I get it, bro. I get it. But hey, something you just mentioned was patience, and patience is key to patience, and consistency is key to unlocking great things. So, keep that in mind. But just to jump right into it, I definitely had a big topic that's been weighing on my mental for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And
I kind of figured too.
Yeah, like
you hit me.
I feel like I'm in a dilemma between understanding, whether I want to be single or be in a relationship. So I think it would be cool for both of us to dabble on our experiences, because we both been on both sides of the glass.
Yeah.
And I think just breaking it down will help even people out there struggling just like me, trying to decide, should I stay single or be in a relationship? But to each his own. So let's get started.
Jump right into it, man. I guess
absolutely. So boom, what it means to be single as a man. So from my personal experience, since I've been single for over a year now, it has been a unique experience. I've learned a lot about myself. I spent a lot of time by myself.
Yeah.
It has put me into a higher state of consciousness, understanding the things I do, the things I've done, and being at peace with it. That's the biggest thing about being single.
Okay.
You have to sit with yourself, learn how to love yourself, and be able to stay focused on, whatever your specific goal is, to, be able to have enough love and bring something to the table when it's time to, get into a relationship.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I guess, kind of similar to you, I have been through a situation, it's kind of been dragging on, lingering for the last almost 2 years now. And it's refreshing to kind of get out of that and experience, like you said, new things and the things that you would want for your next partner.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of realize the things that it ain't work like that last time. I want to try something new this time, something completely different.
Yeah, and I really want to throw this in there. So my therapist taught me that, all right, you have this new mindset about how you carry yourself, new values. You want to move righteous. You want to do things in the right way, in a positive way. Mm-hmm. So now you have to separate that from your previous experience of being in a relationship.
Yeah.
So for me, being uncomfortable in my own skin, not loving myself, being very insecure, to me now, where I love myself, I'm confident in my work and everything I do. I'm in the gym. I grew my business even more. I'm hyper focused.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's to the point where, am I ready, or do I have enough love to finally give that to somebody else and look at it in a different way from this higher state of mind? That makes sense.
And to be able to, like you said, give this new love that you found to somebody else, to do that, we got to let go of what we holding on to from previous.
Yes.
You know, and my biggest problem is like I feel like I'm a helper. Like I feel like I could help everybody.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
Because the more you help somebody, the more they expect from you. And when you can't help them at one particular time or one particular moment, it's held against you. You know? So that's like the biggest thing that I had to realize and kind of change my mindset of, like, you know, I could be there for you in this aspect, but the way that it was before, it can't be like that anymore.
And I think when we all come to that realization that, all right, you have a lot of stuff to work on for yourself, let it be okay and communicate that well, because that was my mistake. Not communicating that well. But let it be okay within yourself to separate yourself and be alone, so you can do that inner work, or what we call shadow work.
Shadow work. I don't think that people know too much about the shadow work, man. What's shadow work, please?
Shadow work is basically sitting in your own, you know, thoughts, darkness, kind of fighting those, what we would say, demons. So you can understand the way you feel about certain things, or why, let's say somebody says something, but it triggers you, even if it's not even directly towards you. So it's about, like I said, sitting alone, understanding who you are, and then who you want to become.
I got you.
But I probably already mentioned it, but benefits of being single, just to wrap that section up, is learning how to love yourself, being confident as a man, focusing on your craft, and building a world that you wouldn't mind bringing somebody else in.
Ooh, bringing a world. Ooh.
Yes.
I like that.
Let me get your perspective on what it takes to be in a relationship. From a higher consciousness, a higher perspective, since you've worked on yourself.
Once you've worked on yourself and you've gotten yourself to a particular point where you feel like now, like you said, you can bring somebody into your world, and it's a healthy space, not a bad space, but healthy vibes, healthy energy that you can now bring somebody into. I feel like it just makes the whole situation better, you know, because you're over whatever situation that was, you're ready to move on, man. And you're just looking for, you know, once you get that feeling of, hey, I think I might be ready, world just opens up, man.
And even then, I feel like I've had some great potentials, but sometimes I feel like I may have commitment issues, or jumping into something, or getting too deep, because I've indulged in this single side so much that maybe I don't want to go back to that. But at the same time, it is a very warm feeling to have somebody that you match with, is on the same type of mindset as you, and you guys can build together. And I understand that's the importance of relationships, is to build together even through the challenges, the trials and tribulations. Now, once you open up and that comes with being open-minded, being vulnerable, and not living in your own ego.
But I'd say when you get to that point, or that mindset where you can share things with somebody, like you guys are looking at a space together, a healthy space of where you want to be, that's just so much better, man. And it's just, when y'all are on the same page, everything clicks.
And like I said, I've had, you know, quite a few women that was on that page, but, you know, I just distanced myself away. And maybe, you know, that's a sign that, you know, I need to just take the leap of faith and believe in something good or love happening for me personally. Like I said, I'm in the zone. I love my focus. I love my flow. So sometimes it's hard to break that.
And I hate to put you on the spot here though, man, but like, you know, how you said earlier, you kind of scared to take that step. Do you want to be single for the rest of your life?
Nah, not at all. I know I don't. It's just a matter of time. It's the when. But you know what they say. It's like, don't wait so long that you miss the whole. Yeah. You miss it. You miss it all.
You missed the boat on that one.
And I'm practicing being open-minded and vulnerable enough to allow another human being to be walking into my world now that I have a world for somebody to come into. And I think deep down I know the answer, but like I said, it's about taking that leap of faith. Yeah. Just to, actually have that.
So, and to bring somebody in our space, I'd say one of the biggest things to make that transaction successful would have to be boundaries.
Okay.
Y'all have to create boundaries of, hey, we're going to do this. We're not going to do this. Yeah. And if you do that and establish those from the get-go, there is no confusion. Yeah. There's no confusion on what's happening or what it could be. So I guess what's a positive or a boundary now that you have established?
And I'm glad you said that. A boundary would be more or less advice, actually, would be to separate lust when you're first getting to know somebody.
For sure.
Lust can take you down a road that you do not want to be in. Yeah. It can confuse your actual feelings towards somebody. So I'm in a state of mind where I'm accepting the fact that I've let a lot of bridges burn because I let lust overload my mental. But now I'm taking back control and I'm seeing, whomever I'm talking to eye to eye as actual human being. You feel me? So
they call that lust over love. That's what it's called. When you with somebody and y'all doing what y'all do, y'all not are really in a clear headspace to establish or create anything further because you've already got the goods, what the old heads say. There's no reason to push it to another level.
And I find myself guilty of it, man. Like, I find myself getting into these situations where I don't want to open up too much towards somebody after I get what I want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or we both get what we want. It's like, all right, why give you all of this when we already gave each other the goods?
And then y'all don't even really connect on anything other than that.
Yeah. That's the thing, and I hate that is an actual thing. It takes, now I'm very picky on who I give my energy to and very picky on who I open up to. I'm so closed off, like I said, back to being single. I've been alone, not alone, but like solo for so long that, it's a peace of mind. It's almost like you built your own castle, but all in all to say, I'm ready to just take that leap and, keep welcome somebody into this castle.
Sure. So, and like you said, you building that castle, me personally, after I've built the castle, I want to share it with somebody.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I got, and that goes back to having self-love within your, having self-love. And when you have enough of that, you can share it with somebody. Yeah. And so you can be okay with it. One of my cousins told me, hey, because I was explaining this to him as well. I can't decide whether I want to be single or be in a relationship. And he just said, pick one and see how it changes you as a person or develops you, rather.
Because there could be bad relationships that change you as a person.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think that was very, very good advice. Yeah. It's something I needed to hear.
Pick one and stick with it. Yeah.
And two, last question, actually, how do you figure out what your type is? Is it physical or is it, spiritual, on a mental level, rather?
I'd say spiritual and mental, because, okay, for the spiritual example, if you're not here with the walk of faith that I am, or if you don't even really believe in the same religion that I do, it's kind of like, what do we teach our kids?
True.
You know, that's a contradicting thing that's always going to be lingering because dad is telling the kid this way, mom is telling the kid this way.
Yeah.
You know, kids are one of the most influential people at that age because whatever they hear, they believe. Their imagination is just beyond
the world. No,
yeah. Right. So whatever they hear, they believe.
They're gonna believe.
So I'd say we have to be on the same page as far as like, you know, spiritually, and like you said, looks, of course, you know, I would like somebody that look decent, but you know, it's not honestly held to the standard as it was before. You know, like I'd rather get to know you as a person, because that's what I can fall in love with.
And that's exactly the type of time I'm on nowadays. Like, you know, I can't just have anybody. I can't give everybody my energy anymore. Like, it's too valuable. It's too precious. So when somebody else comes along and they are giving me the same exact energy, then okay, I'll give you a chance, but it's still gonna take me a while to open up. And I just have to be okay with being that type of person. You know, you can't give everybody everything at one time. Yeah. Then I don't know, you spoil the surprise.
Yeah, you do. And that just kind of, it helps y'all build to something too. Yeah. Like if y'all both know what the end goal here is, you know what steps you need to take accordingly to get there.
And that goes back to telling it like it T.I.T.
Like it T.I. is. Go back and check that video out if y'all haven't already, man.
Say it from the jump.
Say what you mean what you say.
And you're not wasting each other's time. That's something else I'm practicing very much. So yeah, that was really my whole dilemma.
Oh yeah.
I really was trying, and I'm still trying to figure out what direction I want to go in. I think I know, but you know, it's all about, like I said, taking that leap and believing it can happen for you once again. You know, you can be hurt from something for so long, but as you grow and as you mature, you just have to learn to let go. Let it go. For sure.
I knew you had something to talk about today.
Did, bro.
I knew you had something to talk about.
You saw it on my face when I came
in. Man, came in. Man. Face long as I don't know if you had a long day. I don't know what's going on with you.
I had a pretty good day. I just, you know what I'm saying? I did something that I thought would help me move on. Yeah. I did something that I thought would help me move on. And I think I finally got the answer I need to, you know, let that person go finally.
Close that book and pick up another one.
Got to close that book and pick up another one.
For sure.
That's a soundbite right there.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it, but hey man, it's been episode 7 of A Lot to Say, single versus being in a relationship.
Yes, sir.
You know, hit us up on Instagram and let's give us your feedback of what you think it means to be single or what you think it means to be in a relationship. But, you know, excited to hear from you all. And yeah, I'm Randy.
I'm Darrian.
We just had a lot to say.
A lot to say, man.